reading of the situation. Actually, inflation was on its way down when you came in. It's actually slightly ticking back up. But you're saying that you simply don't think the living standards are going to fall. In fact, you're suggesting that they're rising now and they'll continue to rise. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm confident that we will see living standards increase during the course of this Parliament.
I want to come to what you're going to do, but I just want to get clear on what you think the problem that you're solving is. Has the economy declined, got worse, more difficult since you came to office, or not?
The economy is not growing fast enough. I'm not satisfied with the numbers that we see at the moment.
It's not growing at all. Last month was 0.1. OK, it's gone up and down a bit, but it's basically flat on its back.
And it's not possible within just a few months to reverse more than a decade of economic stagnation. But we are making the changes that's necessary to get Britain building again, to bring money into the economy. The International Investment Summit that we hosted last year.
You have no fiscal headroom left. Just how serious is the country's financial situation?
I'm not going to preempt the Office of Budget Responsibility's forecast, but the world has changed. We can all see that before our eyes. And government are not inactive in that. We'll respond to the change and continue to meet our fiscal rules, but we're also shaping the new world, whether that's in the defence and security realm or indeed on the economy. I promised at the general election to bring stability back to the economy.
When Rachel Reeves sat down with Trevor Phillips for what should have been a routine interview, she didn't expect one of the toughest encounters of her career. What followed was a calm but devastating dismantling of her economic message. Phillips opened by pointing out that inflation had already been falling before Labour came to power, but had since begun ticking back up. Growth, he added, was flat. Reeves insisted living standards were rising and would continue to do so. But Phillips pressed, if things were improving, why did so many families feel worse off? The real turning point came when Phillips asked about Reeves's claim of a 22-pound billion black hole in the public finances. He wanted a clear explanation. Reeves couldn't provide one. She stumbled, shifted her answers, and contradicted herself. For someone responsible for managing the nation's economy, it was a damaging moment. Over the next several minutes, Reeves dismissed respected reports like the Joseph Rowntree Foundation's warning of falling living standards, relying instead on vague forecasts from the Office for Budget Responsibility. Phillips calmly pointed out that her numbers didn't match reality. Wages may be rising on paper, but growth was stagnant and households were still struggling. Reeves tried to present herself as the reluctant realist, forced to make tough choices after inheriting chaos from the Conservatives. But the more she spoke, the less convincing she sounded. By the end, she appeared evasive, unable to resolve contradictions in her own story. What Phillips exposed wasn't just one politician's weak performance, but a deeper problem. A government promising credibility and fairness while leaning on selective statistics and austerity-style policies. In politics, credibility is everything. And in this interview, Rachel Reeves may have lost it.